I just finished watching this episode of Candace. This is crazy. This episode of Candace was really, really intense. She's telling this long story about this guy who's got in contact with her, and it's so very detailed. He's a former military guy, and he got in trouble um, because he was doing something, had access to a lot of high level intelligence information having to do with the cartels. Um, and basically, he got abandoned by the military, and his cover was exposed and left him subject to the cartels. And he spent most of his life trying to figure out um, why they allowed him to operate in the military, and then his work caused him to get exposed, and they left him like that. And he had to go into like some kind of seclusion, undercover, change his name, and all of this stuff. And he thinks it's because he was on something that he wasn't supposed to find. And go ahead, watch me. I'm talking. And so this is very, very interesting. This is very, very interesting. So I'm listening to this episode and I'm like, wow. And she got so very specific, and it started connecting to me. And I'm like, so what she started saying when she's narrating is this guy was uh, based at Fort Huachuca. And so here he was in September of 2025, after all these years of having lived, I guess you say, in the witness protection program, hiding from the cartels. He had to leave the military. And he wanted to go back to Fort Huachuca where he had been stationed. And I was like, it got my attention immediately. And all this stuff that he was saying, how he got a hotel room in Sierra La Vista. And I always felt weird growing up because my earliest days of life, I remember growing up in the desert, you know. Uh, I grew up in the desert. My earliest part of life, I was my kindergarten years, I grew up in the desert in Arizona. I lived in Fort Huachuca, and we were going, around the town of Sierra La Vista. And I said, because I go to Arizona quite often, and I said, man, I want to, go and see what it looks like. Because I remember the school I went to, walking across the street. I remember the housing that we lived in. We lived in a U shape. And I remember the colonel's quarters where they had their homes. I remember so many things. Um, and I would love to experience that again. I don't know if I could get clearance to get on the military base. But anyway, um, that is always a little weird part of my life, having grown up the first part of my life in in the desert. And in the recent years, I asked my dad, because I've been trying to get to know him as an adult. You know your parent as a child, but I want to know my dad as an adult. And I've always been impressed with his military service. Um, and my dad being a black officer in the 80s, there's nothing like it. He has such unique experiences because there were very few officers in the 80s in the military. It was rare. And my dad, I wanted to know, what did you do? How did you manage to become an officer? What was it about you? And he's such a humble but proud man. He can be humble and proud. And he won't seem to say a whole lot. My dad, he's got something very impressive skill sets. My dad's highly intelligent, but he just won't point it out. And so I started trying to probe. I said, maybe if I ask, I'm a trained journalist. I know how to ask questions. So I start asking him certain stuff, like even accusations, trying to get him to defend it. And I'm like, Daddy, what is a signal corps? You know how to research it already. What's a signal corps? Oh yeah, that's communications. And I'm like, so what do? You do like satellites? Because I remember at Fort Huachuca, that, and Fort Gordon. We didn't live on Fort Gordon, but I remember satellites a lot. Did you do something with satellites? And why do they have fields of satellites like that go on forever as far as the eye can see? What did you do for the military? And I would ask my dad so many questions. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. So, like, tell me, what did you do when you go to work? What did you do? You're at a desk. What is your protocol? Like, who do you work with? Who talks to you? Like, what is the nature of your work? And I would ask him so many specific questions. And he would just say stuff like, just regular protocol. And I'm like, but daddy, what did you do? You said communications. What are you communicating? And he said, just making sure that people have connections in the field. And I'm like, what does that mean? And I ask him, I don't get frustrated, but I never get answers. And I ask stuff like, well, what is on your desk? Like, what are you on a computer program? Like, you're doing something every day for 30 something years. Like, what are you doing? And he would never fucking tell me anything. And it blew my mind. So one day I decided to strategize. I said, okay, 'cause I really want my dad to write a book. I told him, I said, I just want to know my dad more. He's such a stoic. I want to know him deeper. And he's such a stoic, secretive type. And so I was like, Daddy, were you like spying or something? Did you do like, you know, intercepting spy stuff for particular countries, translating or intercepting? Like, is that the type of work you did? And he said, oh, everything's in communications. You have all kinds of things in communication. He is so generic. He will not answer anything. And so as I'm listening to this Candace Owens, I'm looking at the chat and particularly the comments afterwards. And I'm coming to find out that Fort Huachuca is very interesting. The people who train at Fort Huachuca, so my dad is training spies. I got to go to the internet to find this out. He's an officer, so he is training spies. That's what he does. He never told me that. I read there's people who are former military there, and they said the only reason why you would go to Fort Huachuca, it is the one base that is in charge of creating military spies. They call it intel. This is where, if you go there and you're stationed there, your intel, military intelligence. That's crazy. I never looked up the purpose. I mean, when he said he was Signal Corps Communications, I said, oh, okay. But I'm reading these comments now. I'm very curious. Now I'm very curious. So I'm gonna go back at it again. I'm gonna go back at it again. I'm gonna do a little research, and I'm gonna present this to my dad. Daddy, it says that Fort Huachuca is specifically a base that produces military intelligence agencies. Agents. Are you a military agent? I'm gonna ask, and he ain't gonna be able to get out of this one. I'm gonna figure this out. This is crazy. But anyway, okay. So I'm just like I'm in joy and I'm in shock. I'm not, I'm just fuck it. I'm just gonna call him. I'm gonna get off this live. And I'm gonna call my dad and I'm just going straight out ask him, are you military intelligence? He's retired. That's why I don't understand why he won't just talk about it. But I'm gonna ask him, I wanna know. And when I got to the point, I'm like, well, Daddy, what was on your desk? Who talks to you every day? I mean, I was asking such specific questions, and he wouldn't say nothing. And my dad's the kind of person, he got an answer for everything. But when it comes to this military stuff, he don't have shit to. I'm your daughter. I'm the closest person to you in the world. And why you won't tell me what you did specifically in the military just blows my mind. And this would make sense. If Fort Huachuca is a specific training camp or a military base that is only for military intelligence, then that makes sense. So in my opinion, that must have been his job to train as an officer, to train and be in charge of creating and building military spies. That shit's crazy. So I'm gonna definitely go back at it. That would be so crazy. Like my dad on some 007 shit, right? Ah, I want to know so many things. I want to know so many things. Um, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Mahogany, how are you? Girl, I'm just discovering some stuff about my dad I didn't know. I'm shocked. I'm gonna call him as soon as I get off this live. I just got so excited. Hey, hey. And so now let me tell y'all something. If y'all think I'm talking about what I discovered on Candace Owens. And so I'm gonna get back to the Candace Owens part. I just learned something I had no idea that my dad was working military intelligence, which is why he's don't want to talk about nothing with his former service, 30 something years of service in the military as an officer. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like a nut that will not crack. He won't talk about it. I'm like, what you do? What you do every day? Like, what was your job? Who would you talk to? What did you do? What does it look like? What task did you do? He'd just be like, regular protocols. I'm like, what does that mean? He won't talk. He won't talk. He won't squeal. But I got him cornered now. I'm gonna get him cornered. They're like, Daddy, they said that Fort Huachuca is a, military intelligence training base. So now that I know that, that sounds like spies. Were you a spy? What did you do? I'm gonna ask him, did you train spies? I'm gonna start asking real specific stuff, and I'm gonna see if I can corner him. I'm determined to get this information out of him. But anyway, yes, thank you for his service. Yeah, my dad, he was quite a soldier. I love my dad. I'm so in love with my dad. I'm finna call him. I'm smiling and shit because I can't wait to get an excuse to call. Anyway, Candace Owens, y'all. If y'all, the world thinks that Candace Owens is a white woman, that she don't got no hood, and she ain't black. Let me tell you something. I just got done watching Candace Owens and Tim Pool. Y'all got to see this shit. Tim Pool with his bald head, he decided that he wanted to go nuclear on Miss Candace Owens. What did you want to do that for? She played the clip, and she played the clip, and when she got done playing that clip, I have never seen a blacker woman be white while reading like a sister. I ain't never seen it before. She read his ass from the top to the bottom. She did it with so much grace and style. It is called Black Girl Magic. She cut his ass up. She told him that is not a man. She said, I'm seeing estrogen on display. She was so sophisticated with her read. I got to clip it. I have never seen such a good. I'm like, girl, did you practice that? I mean, every word was on point. The pauses, the expression. I mean, that shit flows so good. I mean, she reads better than some of these sisters on the Housewives of Atlanta. She was reading. She can give Nene Leakes a run for her money. She was reading, reading, and I mean reading. It ain't nothing like seeing a black woman read well. And that shit was impressive, okay? Candace is absolutely black. She proved it today. She read Tim Pool for filth. She read him from the ground to the ceiling. You hear me? He gonna be hurt. She said, I could tell you are a man who's lost his finances. She was like, get your life together. Oh my God. She attacked his finances. She said he was floundering. He's stressed. She said he needs to get himself together. I was like, wow. And I know that's gonna kill him. He gonna really go off tomorrow when he sees she just basically said, you got financial problems. And I'm sorry for that. But you're not gonna blame me. She basically told him, you're doing all of this. She said, I'm sure Israel is gonna give you a nice check. And I hope they do to help you with your finances. I was like, oh, Candace, you going to the white meat. Candace, you going to the I love Candace. Candace is funny as hell. But don't piss her off. I don't know what America has created. They done created a monster in Candace. And see, this is a secret to Candace. Let me see what you said. Okay. Let me tell y'all something about Candace Owens that's funny. Candace Owens is a monster in disguise. She is a Trojan horse. See, they brought her in to attack black people, and she did that to get on. She got her status so high. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and like she didn't do what she did, okay? Just like Mahatma Gandhi, before he became the Gandhi we know, the motherfucker was cutting black people, Africans' throats to save Indians in South Africa, okay? He's not the same Gandhi. We know the Gandhi that loves everybody and believes in equality and peaceful nonviolence. That's the Gandhi we got later. That's the same thing with Candace. It's called the first life and the second life. Her first life was horrible. She dragged black people, especially George Floyd. I did not appreciate that. Candace, I used to hate her with a vengeance. Okay? I hated her with a vengeance. She was a whole sellout. She was at Prager University. She was up under the nutsack of the Jews. She was over there with what's his name? He's melting down now, falling apart. But she started attacking the White Walkers. I'm gonna just call them the White Walkers, white society. After she got done chewing assholes on black people and co-signing whiteness, after she got done, she had a butterfly transformation. Yes, she did. She became something more evolved, uh, something more enlightened. She blossomed in a way. She became new. And when she became new, they couldn't see the transformation. I could see the transformation. It was clear. Black folks actually can see a lot of things. They called out. They said, "What is this, Candace? You trying to go black?" And I remember when she went on the Breakfast Club. That's when black folks started calling. I said, "What you trying to do? You trying to get with black people again? You lost your black card. We don't want you." And what black people fail to realize is Candace was evolving into herself for herself, and she is going to lead whoever understands who she is and is becoming. She's not about black or white. She on some more shit. Okay? But the black community, they saw the transition. I saw the transition. White people haven't seen the transition. And a couple of them did. And that got shut down real quick. And I'm gonna tell you when the transition is. She stopped attacking. She stopped attacking black people. And y'all know when the transition happened and the white folks still ain't caught up. She started attacking and critiquing white culture and Jewish culture. They were not ready for that. She's still doing it, and it's right up under their noses, but they can't fucking see it. You know why they can't see it? Because they're so focused on left and right. They're so focused on Republican and Democrat. And even now, she's saying, fuck the Republicans. I don't care. She's even evolving on the third level. She got three damn transitions, and it's right under their. They are so in love with her. She's like a Christ female black figure. She is the Black Madonna. They are so in love with her that they can't even see she didn't transition past the conversation of left and right, and they're still with her. That Madonna, that Black mother, you know, and it's ironic because she's a Catholic. Now that's another transition. Girlfriend is doing some interesting shit. It's gonna be studied later because a lot of people are not realizing what they're seeing. But she has white America eating out of the palm of her hand while she kicks their asses and she basically shows them who they are. She started with Steven Crowder. Okay? And that's when I first she got my attention. I said, girl, what you doing? You know you can't attack no white man. What you doing? You can't do that. But she did it. She did it. She attacked a white man. And she had the co-sign of other white men. And that's when she transcended. She got her power then. She had the permit. They sent her on a mission to drag Steven Crowder. Okay, and she dragged Steven Crowder. She did a good job. She showed him how he dragged his white wife. She was pregnant. She took that man's most vulnerable family situation and she drug it out for all to see. White men ain't shit. Y'all hear me? Y'all got to see what she does now. You can't remember the old Candace. You got to see what she's doing now. She's doing some magical shit. She's doing something that no black woman has ever attempted to do. Oprah got popular because Oprah was helping white women transform their personal lives and feel empowered. She gave them books and gifts and all kind of lovely things and make them feel better about themselves. She gave them hobbies and shit. That's how Oprah got popular. But Candace is critiquing white culture on a level that is so uh, secretive and subtle that they can't fucking see it. And they just eating it up. And I just be like, girl, you go ahead. Chew they asses, chew they asses. So Steven Crowder was her first victim. Steven Crowder, literally, she showed y'all gotta look at what she's doing. Look at who she's investigating. She uses individuals to expose white culture and how backwards it is. She used Steven Crowder to show that idea of the Christian white male who's a patriarch and he's loving and protective and all of those things. You know, white male patriarchy. It is the shit. It's what you want. He has a blonde haired, blue eyed wife. He's got money. He's got everything. He's got fame, fortune. But let me go ahead and tear him an asshole too. And she put him on display. She showed he wasn't loving. She showed he's a deadbeat. They always say black men are deadbeats. He walked away from his wife. His wife is begging him, I love you, I love you. Don't leave, don't leave. All those family values. And she said, that ain't shit. White men ain't shit. That's what you got to see. She is exposing. She got close to white people. And she's exposing all that shit. And the fact that she's with a white man, she couldn't do this if she was a black man. I mean, a black. If she was married to a black man, she could not do this. But because she is married to a white man, they giving her a pass. Candace Owens has become a bona fide Trojan horse. She is kicking white ass and white culture, and she is taking names. She is critiquing their culture so crazily that it blows my mind. I'm like, they ain't up on you yet, girl. They not noticing the pattern that you just keep showing white people how backwards they are. They not picking up on this shit yet. They not gonna never pick up. And that's what's beautiful. That's why I be right there clapping in the front row. You got it, girl. You got it. Because ain't nobody criticizing white culture like Candace Owens is. She just doesn't use race. But if you pay attention, you will see the information before you. She's exposing them left and right. Okay? So here's another thing. She doing some magic. She ain't talking about black people at all. Y'all notice that. She don't got no stories, nothing to say about black culture, black people, nothing negative. She's done with that. She used that to get where she is, and now she is kicking ass and taking names. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a different take on it. Now I'm gonna go through it. So Steven Crowder, she showed how he dragged his wife and they love family values, and he's divorcing his wife and he was abusive to his wife. She's showing all of that facade, that wealthy, rich, white male patriarchy and family values and Christianity bullshit. She blew that shit open, and she had the permission to do it. Now Ben Shapiro, he is the ultimate patriarch, is he not? He's a Jew. He's wealthy. He's rich. She has ripped him asshole. She has destroyed his network. She left that bitch and she showed him you ain't shit. I can do better. I can outdo you. You think you have created a monster. I am the shit. I am the Black Madonna. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I will rip all you white boys to shreds. That's what the fuck she's doing. And then she's covering it up. She came out with this stupid ass book called Make Him a Sandwich, where she's sitting there doing some anti-feminist. Bitch, you a feminist. You ain't fooling me. I know feminists when I see one because I'm a feminist. You're not fooling me. But use your little book to cover your shit up. She's just like Pearl in that way. Girl, you out here mixing and mingling and running shit. You a boss bitch. You got brands and money and you're a boss and you got websites and you got podcasts and you willing and dealing. You bitch, you can Donald Trump calls you to ask you to leave somebody alone. Y'all, Donald Trump 3 months ago, he called Candace and said, Candace, please. I'm asking you as the president of the United States, will you please stop messing with Macron? I'm asking you as the president. And she said, you know what she said? She said, no. You a bad bitch. Okay. She told the President Trump no. She just flat out told him no. Who does that? Nobody tells Trump no. Y'all gotta see this bitch. She bad. Y'all gotta see her. Look past that old bullshit. Look past that old bullshit. Who tells Trump no? Name somebody. Who the fuck ever told Trump no? Nobody. Nobody. Candace Owens did. He called her phone. He said, I'm asking you nicely, please. President Macron is talking to me, and he's upset because you keep saying that his wife got a dick, and I need you to stop. He called her, and she told him flat out, no. And has there been any consequence? Has Trump done anything to her, retaliated? made a comment about her publicly, called her dumb, stupid, backwards, retarded. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. I'm trying to tell y'all, he know who not to play with. Don't play with Candace. Candace is kicking ass and taking names. Let me read his comment. He said that's a different take on her. Ben hates her. Yes, Ben hates her because she. That's what I'm saying. White men are feeling used. Ben is realizing that she's a hardcore feminist. Yes, she's a hardcore feminist. Hey, Elder May, how you doing? Hey, what's up, Sir Him? How are you? How are you? I'm talking about Candace Owens and her slick ass and how amazing and powerful she is, pretending to be a trad wife while she's the ultimate feminist out here wheeling and dealing and kicking ass and taking names. So yeah, Ben hates her. She destroyed him. She keeps destroying him. He can't recover. He's underwater. He's gurgling. He's fighting the water for breath and he can't come up. He's done. He's done. His career is over. He has no impact. White men don't respect him no more. She is taking white men's power. She's taking their respect. Everything they built, and she just kicks it around like it's nothing. If you look around, that's all she does at this point. She beats white men's asses. That's what she is. I'm not gonna say shit publicly. I got a small platform because I don't want nobody to see what she doing or even get an insight or inkling because they're so stupid. They caught on right and left. That's all they think about. And as long as she's on the right, they're gonna listen to her. And she's a black Madonna. That's what she is. She is a black Madonna. Her white man is her cover that allows her the privilege to talk shit about white people so they don't think anything. If she had a black man, she couldn't do this. And the fact that she wrote that damn book, I started to get the book. I said, what the fuck would I read this stupid ass book for? Bitch, you a feminist. I see you. To my feed him. Bitch, you ain't made a sandwich. You ain't cooking clean. You got a maid, just like I had. You got a maid. That's what feminists do. You get a maid. You get a maid, let that bitch clean while you make money. I see you, and I bet you she got three nannies. Candace ain't fooling me, okay? I know a feminist when I was trained at a feminist fucking college, okay? We used to call my school Agnes Scott the big pussy. That's exactly what it is, the big pussy, okay? I can see a feminist, and I can tell you what kind they are from a distance. All feminists not alike. I'm a feminist. I'm a humanist feminist. But yeah, she tore Ben an asshole. She tore his asshole completely out. She gutted it. She took his empire and made it fucking crumble. And he tried. You know what made her mad was when they tried to silence her. Ben thought he could silence her. He was going to put her down and all that. That she said, "Look, my name is Sojourner Truth. I don't know what the fuck you think. My name is literally Sojourner Truth. I don't know what the fuck you think. You put NDAs on me. You put these contracts on me. You think you're gonna stop me? You gonna destroy me? You gonna fire me? She said, motherfucker, you messed up. And you gonna pay, and all the white men gonna pay. All of y'all white men gonna pay. Y'all fucked up fucking with me. You gonna silence me? You will never be able to get me to shut up. Watch this. That's what she said. Watch this shit. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. That black girl energy. When we get mad, upset, and we don't like shit, way it turn out, we're gonna get your ass. And every white man gotta pay from now till forever. Seriously. She just tore Tim Pool a whole new asshole. I'm watching her whoop white men. I mean, it's just a list of them now. It's just a whole long line of lists. Ain't no black women destroying. She ain't destroying no black men at this point. Since she rebranded and took on her own world, she ain't fucking with black people. She is dragging white people. Okay, bad. And he said, so I'm tell you the next one. She drugged family values and fake Christianity and all that shit. She drugged them. Then the next thing she did is she started fucking with Macron. She started fucking with Macron. Oh, she did drag. Let me back up. She did drag Kamala. She did drag Kamala. She didn't actually drag her. What she did is she just said her genealogy is not what she said. She basically said Kamala is from a mixed race and she ain't really black like she's saying, which is I think Kamala. It's hard to say whether she's truly black, but I do know that she went to Howard and stuff like that. She's partially black, but I mean everybody in the Caribbean is mixed. They be Chinese and Indian and mixed with black and Taino Indian. It's hard to say. But anyway, outside of Kamala. And that was probably political. That's where she got them hooked on the left right shit. And that's all you got to do with white people. Just get them what they want one time, and they'll never, ever leave your side. She gave them the left right paradigm. And then she proceeded from that point, to just continue dragging white people. So the next person that she started messing with was Macron. Macron is the French president. And when I say she has been dragging him and the idea of European untouchability, and that's what you got to see. The whole idea that white people who are from Europe, who get to that nobility, if we want to say nobility class, they're moneyed, they're powerful, you know, they're in with the royalty, the kings and the queens. You're on a level that you're not supposed to be touched. Well, so much for that. Candace is gonna touch you. So what Candace did is she picked up a story and she has run with it. She ran with this story that what's his name? Macron, who's probably he's what 50s, he's probably 40 something, 50. She got a story from France, very credible, and I believe it. His teacher, when he was 15, started messing with him. To the extent, all this is documented, to the extent that his parents was like, your teacher is trying to fuck you, and that's not acceptable. So we're going to take you out of school. Turn around 3, 4 years later, when he graduates from school, that same teacher is now his wife. They get married. The problem is that that teacher has a missing 15, 20-year gap. We don't see this teacher being a female until a certain point of life. There's some missing years. Candace is basically saying that this teacher was a male child molester turned tranny, and he got a dick. And it's true. And that's why the Macrons are suing her. They are scared because they're upset because she discovered it and she's running with the story. The French already had the story, but they didn't kill half of the people that told the story. You understand? They tried to kill everybody who carried the story. They got them running. Like as soon as you say something about it, because she's breaking open the idea that you can just be white and degenerate and you can do whatever you want. And what she's showing is that in Europe they have a pervert class. That's what she's exposed. They have a Roman culture. They have a culture of homosexuality, a love of transvestitism, and they also have a love of power and perversion and pedophilia, and she's exposing all of the European nobility. Nobody has ever done that before. Nobody would dare to connect all the different perverts. You got perverted artists, you got perverted philosophers. She even went to the point where she is tearing down Sigmund Freud. She is saying he's one of the most sick, pedophilic, nasty ass people you will ever meet. I never thought of Sigmund Freud like that. I thought he was brilliant. She says no. He used his psychology and his therapy to convince children that they had not been molested by their parents, but they actually desired the sexual interaction. I said, what? No. It's called gaslighting. That's where we get that word from. You tell somebody the opposite of what is true, and you make them convinced of it, and you make them take responsibility and carry the guilt. I said, "What? This is what Candace does. She got a book club, and she's going through. She's tearing Hollywood down. Who does Hollywood belong to? Hmm? So not only will she tear down the monarchy, the royalty, and show how they're all perverse, interconnected throughout Europe, that these artists, these philosophers, and all these people you think you respect, they're all fucking perverts. I mean, she is kicking white people's ass like you have never seen. She's dispelling all the myths. You white, you European, you so perfect. No, they're all perverts. They're all pedophilia, and they're all power hungry and evil. That's what she's showing. Okay, and he said, "Elder, no, you didn't, Sir Islam. Do you not? Did you call me elder? Do not call me an elder. I am in my 40s. Don't do that. I just caught that. Do not do that. But I'm telling y'all, Candace is on some more shit. She is. You just got to keep track of what she's doing. Um, she's going back in history and she's just showing No, that's a pervert. That's a crazy person. Write that off. I mean, she's just whoo, she crazy. She crazy. The way she's doing it, it's masterful. It's brilliant. You know, it's masterful. And so this is the next thing. Um, Ben Shapiro, she's destroyed him. When she left that network, she started her own. They thought she was over. They thought he was done. She has outdone him in everything. She's turned the world against Ben Shapiro. I go daily, y'all. Listen, I go daily and I read the comments. The daily was the Daily Wire. Everybody left after Candace. She set the tone. Fuck it. I'm leaving. Everybody who is anybody left after that. And the views have gone down. The popularity has gone down. Nobody watches. Not only do they not watch it, but they attack. And most of the attacks are coming from white people on behalf of Candace. Do you know how that destroys people? People are scared of Candace now. They are scared to say anything about her to criticize her. Because guess what? She's just like Beyonce. She's got a whole hive. And when you come for Candace, everybody in your comments, I'm telling y'all, these white folks that went crazy over Candace. The Black Madonna has arrived. She is a truth bringer. Okay? She is a light bringer. She is tearing them white folks' ass up, and they loving it. They loving it. And it's that's how Negroes have always operated. We operate in code. We got a code switch. We got to operate in two worlds. And that's what the fuck she does to the point where they don't pick up. I've been seeing the pattern. She is tearing the idea of great whiteness and civilization. She's tearing that shit from limb to limb. All the stuff they try to sell us about how good they are, how great they are, they're so perfect. Shit. Watch Candace. She'll show you white civilization ain't shit. That's why I love her. I ain't love her before this. Okay. But Ben Shapiro, the idea of the great Jewish, powerful man, everybody's Jewish, and look what she's doing to the Jewish people. She took Gaza and she showed how their religion, they don't care about nobody, they don't love nobody, they're not pro-life because they're killing people, they're killing babies. She came out and she said, I am a Christian and I'm a mother, and there's nothing in me that allows me to think it's okay to take life. This idea of equality and really seeing people as human and having humanity. She's just showing how all of these people from these civilizations, these so-called great civilizations that should be worshipped and loved and all that stuff, these people ain't shit. They're cold-hearted, they're perverted, they're evil, they're money-loving and grubbing. They don't have no morality. She's pulling it all out. She used Ben Shapiro and she's the Gaza and her critique of Jewish culture. They never in a million years, because she worked for Prager University, which is a Jewish institution, they never in their minds imagined that Candace Owens, who they created, would turn around and give them her ass to kiss. That she would criticize Jewish culture. She has shown like the frankest and the history of the Jewish cults and their satanic rituals. She calls them the Church of Satan. And you go over to Ben Shapiro, you see he has destroyed his whole YouTube channel. He just took it down because the comments. I looked the other day. He took half of his fucking all the stuff that's recent. It go back to 2 months. They didn't took that shit down. They took it all down because the comments in there. You can't delete that many comments. It'd be like 4,000 comments where the Candace fans, just like the Beehive, have torn him an asshole to. Candace, you're just jealous of Candace. You don't like Candace because you're a racist. You are da 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 da. And I mean, they're saying all kind of shit. You just a little mini Hitler. They are attacking, and most of the comments, they're Candace people, and they say Candace's name in it. Ben Shapiro will never go on Twitter. Now you go on Twitter, man, them Candace fans. Well, let me say this: it's not only Candace fans. There's also some groypers in there too. But the groypers are real nasty on Twitter. You go to the Daily Wire, go to Ben Shapiro's webpage on Twitter, and you will see the Candace fans and the groypers, which is the Nick Fuente, tearing his ass up. Between the groypers and the Candace fans, Ben Shapiro's done. All respect gone. He just deletes all his shit because the comments is so bad. I mean, what do you do with 4,000 fucked up comments every day? No matter what you say, what do you do with that? More than 4,000. His views have gone down. The subscribers left. He's done. He's not making no money. And they got that one little girl called the what is it called? The The comment section. One, I forgot her name, but she left after Candace. Everybody good left. Once Candace left, everybody else good left. And they've done better than Shapiro, and they make more money than Shapiro now. And he's upset. She tore that motherfucker up. He's done. His empire, it means nothing. And he thought his last chance was gonna be jumping on Turning Point USA. You see that? Ben Shapiro thought he was gonna jump on the Turning Point USA bandwagon. He thought so. Guess what? There's Candace standing there on top of Turning Point USA. Not here, baby. Do not tread on me. Candace is like, fuck that. You're not coming this way. Charlie was my friend. Get the fuck on, Ben. Ben can't move nowhere. He's done. He's fucking done. He can't recreate himself. He can't do anything. She has ruined Ben. And he was supposed to be so powerful. And guess who Ben works for? Ben works for fucking Bibi Netanyahu. Candace has dragged Bibi Netanyahu. This bitch is dragging everybody, white and Jewish, in the whole entire world. She don't stop at the United States. She goes worldwide. She drags Bibi. Nobody drags Bibi like Candace. Candace drags royalty. She drags European power. She drags the president. She told Trump, "Don't call my phone asking me to stop dragging Macron because I'm not gonna do it." The answer is no. Now get the fuck on. Powerful. That's a bad bitch. Okay? That's a bad bitch. Let me see the comments. Hey, what's up, Woo? Yeah, Venus is here. Who's losing? Who's losing? You said who's losing traction? Shit, anybody who fuck with Candace losing traction. So that's the next level. Oh yeah, Shapiro. Uh-huh. He done. He done. She destroyed him. He fucked up when he did that. And you cannot keep a black woman down. You don't try to silence no black woman. You know you fucked up when you did that. You know you fucked up. She came out swinging after that. She got quiet. She went in her closet. She prayed. And when she came back, she was ready to just cut heads off. And that's all she's been doing. So she didn't went from Crowder, and then she didn't went to BB. She didn't. She told Trump an asshole. I forgot that. I forgot that. She exposed Trump. She said he was a pervert. He was this and that. And she talked about the Epstein file. She has just been kicking white men's asses all over the place. She said that she don't stand by Trump. She don't want to be bothered with Trump. He's not real. He's not authentic. He's been bought and sold by Israel. He's a sellout and he's a puppet. I mean, she is just dragging white men. There's not one singular black woman on this planet that is dragging white male patriarchy the way. Man, she is a demon slayer. That bitch has had two transitions and she's working on the third. And when she left black folks alone and she started dragging white male patriarchy, y'all got to pay attention. And she doing it like a Trojan horse under fucking cover. And the crazy thing is she got the white man right there. She's a black Madonna. That's all I can tell you. She got white men right there in her whole army. White men in the front. They don't see a feminist. I know she's a feminist. She's everything she want to be, and they accept it. So they don't got no choice. Understand? And so this is another one. So she didn't drag Trump. She dragged Crowder. She dragged white male patriarchy, that fake Christian, I love family value shit. She's showing them all to be homosexuals. I mean, she's calling white male patriarchy. Just look at what she just look at what she just said to Tim Pool. Look what she just said to Tim Pool. She basically just told Tim Pool that he was a bitch without saying that he's a bitch. Now Tim Pool is very well respected among um what do you call it? He's very well respected among conservative white men. She dragging Tim Pool right now. That motherfucker nutted up the other day for like 30 minutes straight. Everybody's got a string about Tim Pool crying publicly. He's screaming and he's yelling. She's making white men nut up. Literally. He's crying. He's talking about, my house got shot up. And Candace, you did it. You did it. I mean, she's so powerful. They blaming her for shit she ain't got nothing to do with. He blaming her for ruining his financial situation. She's saying that he's saying she's responsible for his financial downfall. He said he can't make no money because of Candace. That girl is bad. She got him upset. Yes, she's bold. She don't give a fuck. Tim Pool got paid by Israel. It's documented. He met with Bibi Netanyahu about 6 months ago, maybe a year. And we already know, I gotta go outside because my daughter said I'm talking too loud. We already know that, actually, I'll just go in this room. We already know that, we already know that Bibi Netanyahu admitted, right? He admitted that he was looking to change the social media of the United States to manipulate American minds. We already know that. He admitted it. He met with several social media, what do you call them, influencers. He met with Tim Pool. He basically cut a check to Tim Pool. And he said, I need you to promote pro-Israeli rhetoric. And so I believe what happened was that he was hired by Bibi Netanyahu to attack Candace over this time, but Tim Pool was afraid. That's what I believe. He was afraid to attack Candace. And I think that Bibi Netanyahu must have called him and he must have said, motherfucker, I gave you $10 million to attack this bitch and you ain't did it yet. I want my money back. That's what I think happened. I want my fucking refund or else. Look at the optics. 2, 3 days ago, Tim Pool had an assassination attempt at his house. Somebody, an assassin, rode by Tim Pool's house. He lived way in the fucking mountains. So that's him and tell he's got guards. And they rode by his house to try to take him out. They shot at his studio and they shot at his house. That's Bibi Netanyahu saying, you didn't do your damn job and you got my money. And now I'm finna act funny. So he's hysterical. He got paid to attack Candace. And he has been unable, because he's a coward, to attack her appropriately. So that's why she said tonight, I'm sure that your money is funny. And she said, I'm sure that they're gonna pay you something for this hysterical, estrogen bitch fest you're doing tonight. I'm sure. And I hope they do give you some more money. That's what she said. She said this shit out loud. This is all understood. Uh-oh. This is well documented. This is well documented. They said that they are paying $7,000 per stream to these influencers. And Tim Pool has not had the balls to attack Candace. And what he just did is going to cost him a lot. It's cost him everything. He is a clown now. Y'all just gotta go look. The Young Turks did a special on Tim Pool melting down. He looks like a whole bitch. He looks like he needs to go. You know how they say Kanye's crazy? He looks like a whole bitch. He looks like he needs to be put into the insane asylum. He's screeching and yelling and he's hitting on his desk while he's talking. I've been getting shot at. You gotta take my life. And Candace fans are just snickering and laughing. You fucking idiot. You play with Israel, you get burned. They're gonna get you. He's scared. He's scared. He's literally scared. And it's not like this is new. This is what happened to Charlie Kirk. They got him in a hole in a meeting and they say, hey, listen, this is how this is gonna go. Now what's your answer? You gonna go along with it? And Charlie Kirk said, no, I'm not. And y'all see what happened to him. This is real stuff. They went to the Hamptons and they had an intervention and told him what he is and ain't gonna do based on how much money Israel has given him. And that's how they operate. When they give you money, they want you to have results. And if you don't, they kill you. And so that's what's going on with Tim Pool. They done gave him a whole lot of money to do a whole bunch of propaganda, and he's too much of a coward to do it. He's scared to fuck up his conservative values and his brand. So he took the money and he ain't delivering. So now the Israelis is coming to shoot at him. Who else is doing it? Who else? The motherfucker fucked up. You sold your soul. These people sell their soul every day. You fucked up, man. You say you didn't know Tim Pool was that big? Oh yeah, yeah. Tim Pool is a big influencer. Absolutely. That's why BB. Actually, matter of fact, he paid to be on BB's channel. The BB Netanyahu, the first broadcaster whose podcast he came on was fucking Tim Pool, and everybody was like, "What the fuck, Tim Pool? Why you got BB on there?" Because he paid him. These is really just throwing money out here like hell. They want Candace dead so bad. They want Candace dead so bad. She is their worst enemy. They want her dead so bad. Um, then the next thing, Turning Point USA. Uh-oh. Now she's attacking the white woman, Erica Kirk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's the dutiful white wife who loves her husband? This bitch look cold. Candace is starting to attack her too. Oh, not all the white men. They have supposed to have brotherhood and stand together. They're not. They're all betraying each other. They're all liars. Man, they're all fake Christians. Look. She exposed the Erica Kirk. No, other people. Let me not say that. Other people exposed that Erica Kirk had used her nonprofit to basically traffic children, girls, as orphans, human sex trafficking. Erica Kirk was a beauty queen, right? Oh, when Candace get on Erica Kirk head, it's about to be ugly. She said the other day that she actually made a stream about Erica Kirk. She's holding out. She got some cards to play with Erica Kirk. She's dragging everybody else around Erica Kirk, but it's making Erica Kirk look bad. She knows what she's doing. She's very strategic. She's playing 5D chess. Okay, she's leaving the queen. She's leaving her for last. She'll chew her ass last. She knows she can't attack her because her husband just died, and that's her friend. She knows it's not good option. She's smart. She gonna leave her alone, but she be hitting that stuff. You be like, wow, she does look cold. And when she did that whole JD Vance reminds me of my husband with that close kick, that close. See, all of that shit. She is just exposing. Turning Point USA. She's showing everybody to be liars. White people lie. Look at how they lie. That's what she's showing. White people are liars. White people are deceptive. White people chase money. White people will betray you. And she keeps saying, look at my friend Charlie Kirk. Look what you did. She keeps saying Charlie Kirk. But I'm telling y'all, she's exposing white culture. She's exposing whiteness and how low down they are, how they will sell out for little or nothing. She's exposing the Mormon church. I mean, she's exposing so much. White men are always right. They always do what's good. They're good business people. They don't steal. She's showing that they are just stealing and killing and destroying and scheming and fake as fuck. And it's all a facade, all of it. Friendship is a facade, business is a facade. They out here stealing people's money and putting it on the what you call it, the markets. It's supposed to be a non-profit. You're supposed to stand for Christian values and conservatism, but y'all taking people's money and y'all putting it in separate places. $8 million missing, and y'all out here playing the stock market with people's money. Really? Tax returns late. Tax returns looking funny. Y'all got different parts that y'all even hid from Charlie. He is the CEO, the COO, and all this other stuff, and y'all hiding money within his organization and parts of his organization from him, parts of his organization he don't even know exist, so y'all can funnel money. Oh, this is dirty work. This is dirty work. She's just showing how dirty white people are, honey. Just dirty, just dirty. You said, yeah, they probably provided him with a certain information to expose Candace, and he didn't do it. Damn right. That's probably what it is. Probably, you know what? While you're playing, probably stuff about her husband, because they say her husband is tutti frutti, or bisexual, or he got a history in the past. He got some shit going on, and he is white nobility. I have to say that he is. He's British, and he's got some title within the royalty. You think she give a fuck about any of that? She don't stop. She do not stop. And she don't even be like, you know, she don't even say stuff like, I gotta stop because my husband and his reputation. She don't give a fuck about none of that. She uses his position as something to bolster her own influence and power. You don't ever see her think about, ooh, I better calm down because I don't want to upset my husband or mess his reputation. She ain't studying his ass. She doing what she want to do. I'm just telling y'all. That's how I know she's a feminist. And she thinks she's slick because every so often she'll be like, I'll have to run that by my husband. I'll be like, girl, shut up. You don't run nothing by him. Shut your ass up. Who you fooling? You tell him what to do. Don't stop it, girl. Girl, stop. That mouth you got, I can tell you fooling them. You ain't fooling me. I know how we do. Cut it out. You said I didn't like Candace, but I don't want anything to happen to her. Yeah, yeah. You got to give Candace a chance, man. You got to give her a chance. She even said the other day, she's like, I mean, she said today, man, it's fact. She said, I don't care about y'all worried about Republicans and this. I don't give a damn about no Republicans. She's starting to do her third transition. She's starting to say that it's time to go a different way. It's not about Democrats. It's not about Republicans. She's trying to lead America out of this stupid left-right dialogue and these stupid cultural wars and battles. She's trying to lead everybody away from the dumb shit to see that this government and all this other stuff is corruption. She's attacking all of these men. I really admire her. I don't know how you get the balls to attack Trump, Bibi Netanyahu, Ben Shapiro. I mean, she's exposing everybody. She's exposing Epstein. She's done Epstein stuff. She's talking about how Epstein basically facilitated for a whole bunch of Jews to come and rape white girls because they got a license to do whatever the fuck they want to do. They stealing land. Oh, she's exposing Jews. She's exposing white. She's exposing white male patriarchy. The lie that white people love family, that they believe in heterosexuality when most of them are homosexual and transsexual and fake as fuck. I mean, she is destroying white male patriarchy. She is kicking ass and taking names. And it is a beautiful thing because I have never, Jasmine Crockett is be the second one in line. She the only other one I can think of. But the rest of these folks out here, they not finna do nothing to them people. She told Trump no. And I want y'all to find it. Find it. Where are the consequences? Where are the consequences for Candace Owens telling him no? Where did he ever cuss her out? Talk about her like a dog, drag her, do this, that. He ain't said shit. He ain't gonna say shit. Don't fuck with Candace. It's not gonna be good for you. She got Tim Pool crying right now. He crying like a bitch on TV. He should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed being a white man crying like that over something a black woman said. Are you serious? She's gonna get me killed. She's gonna get me killed. Y'all gotta go see it. It's hilarious to me. He is literally a white man, and she said that right there was not a display of manhood. That is not a man. That is estrogen. I was like, Candace, don't say it. Oh, girl, go ahead and say it. Fuck it, just say it. Oh my God, I am enjoying Candace. I am in the front row, baby. I am in the front row. Candace is tearing their asses up. White male patriarchy, white folks and they bullshit. She is exposing and exploiting them for everything she can get, and she's getting rich while doing it, baby. So she wouldn't shut up about Macron and his wife having a dick and being a transsexual. So they decided they was going to do two things. They're going to file a big ass lawsuit and sue her forever and try to get her to shut up and intimidate her. Candace said, well, I'm glad you want to sue me because that means that we can do what you call, what do you call it, a discovery. And so since we're going to have to do discovery, let me go ahead and submit my questions to you on my end. Now, a lot of people don't know that because people don't get deep into the court situation. I've had to go through discovery. It's not fun. It costs a lot of money. But discovery is your chance to own record. This shit is on record, documented. You can't lie because you're under oath. Whatever you write down, it goes to court. It's part of court documents. So Candace is using this as an opportunity to make them look crazy. She said, I need to see this, see that, da da da. They ain't produced nothing. They have not responded to none of her stuff. But they keep talking about I'm suing. You're not suing anybody until you get out of discovery. So when you gonna answer these questions she submitted on behalf of her case, you got to respond to the discovery. They not going. The question is was 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 Macron's wife born a woman biologically? They not answering the questions. Okay, that tell you something. They don't want to get out of discovery. They are not trying to actually sue her because they scared to death. And the second thing, when they realize that, you know what, she wants to go in discovery. She's actually ready to fight. And we got a lot of money, but she's raising money publicly. If you look at her chat, she be raising like $5,000 a day. And that probably covers her attorney fees. If she needs that much. I don't even know if she needs that much daily. I don't know that they're working on it daily. But $5,000 that she raises daily. Not to mention she's got T-shirts and she's got coffee mugs and she's got all kind of merch. And she keeps coming up every time they do something stupid. She creates a T-shirt and it goes and they sells out. When they say stupid shit like Temple, she probably gonna get a shirt that calls just says, you're talking from estrogen, and everybody's gonna buy the fucking shirt. They are just throwing money at Candace. Candace made the number one podcast in the world. She is on fire. You know, she's on fire. Ain't nothing they can do about it. You can't stop this bitch. This is the Black Madonna, okay? She is torching the white world. She's torching it while she stands with a white man with her feminist fake book. I love it. The irony of it. All of it is very entertaining to me. But I agree. I think they probably told him we got a folder file on Candace, something to embarrass her, and he can't deliver. He's scared. He's scared. He's scared for his life. He said her husband was her come up. Yeah, he was her come up. With or without that podcast, she gonna be straight. She gonna be straight. Candace is got nothing she can lose at this point. She got nothing she can lose but her life, and they don't want to fuck with that because she's so hot. You know, she's so out there like that. You know, it would be so obvious. He'd be like, "Oh, okay, so the Macrons. Oh, okay, so Trump or somebody. You know, BB." But she's literally telling world leaders they ain't shit to their face and publicly for everybody to see. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You feeling froggy leap? She literally don't give a fuck. Look at her face. She told him the other day, y'all, this is the most gangster shit I ever seen. Candace looked in the camera and she said to TPUSA, she said, and anybody else who's evil, she said, I want war with all of you. When I say she won my heart, she said that shit like a sister. I want war with all of you. I didn't know what to do. I almost fell out my damn chair. I said, Lord, y'all done put the spirit of Jesus on this child. She is not afraid. Okay? She is not afraid. Candace is wild. She on the roll. And as long as she stay like that and don't start talking about no black folks, don't go back to your old ways, girl. Don't do that. I think she just used that as a stepping stone. I'm not making an excuse, but I think when I look over it, that's what it is. She used that as a stepping stone. Because her original spirit, if you think about it, you go back to her history. You always got to look at people's history. She actually, if I'm not mistaken, was involved with the NAACP, and she actually sued a white school that she went to, a predominantly white school that she went to. I can't remember what they told her she couldn't do, but she said at a young age, now I think how bold that is. She was like 15 or 16. She said, this is discrimination. This is racial discrimination. You will not drag me. She was a revolutionary from day one. You always got to go back to somebody's roots to see who they really are. And all that other shit was bullshit. That's that Hollywood shit. You be acting, you know? You acting and you selling out. She sold her soul for a little while, but she's fucking buying it back, okay? She is buying it back and she's building credibility as a person. I mean, what do you do? Think about somebody who went to jail, you know? How long do you get to serve the sentence? Okay, I was 18, I robbed a bank, or I was 18 and I did some theft, you know, embezzlement or something. I stole a car. Okay, I was 18. Now, how long do I have to pay for that? Am I a criminal forever? You know what I'm saying? I do believe that people have to have a point where they can get off of a path and get on a better path. I believe in that. I believe in redemption. I believe people can change or they can renounce something they once participated in. I believe that's possible. I believe that humans could never exist if we were not allowed an on and an off ramp. We all have on and off ramps because we're not perfect. So I give people the grace to have an off ramp, you know, and to redeem themselves and to be recreated and reborn and have a rebirth to evolve. I believe in that. I do. I do. I believe in the power of evolution. And I believe that is it called penance? Penance. I believe you can pay penance. And that's what I think. I think that's what Candace is doing. For all that petty shit she said about black people, she dragging white people for filth. And she's telling truth. She ain't telling no lies. She ain't like Wendy Williams. You know, Wendy Williams out here just fucking with people, ruining their lives. She's not doing that. She's just showing a mirror. This is who you guys are. Now, I don't understand what the thing with the Roman Catholic Church. I just be like, I don't know, girl. I don't know. 'Cause there's a bunch of perverts in the goddamn Catholic Church. I don't know how you overlook that, but whatever. Maybe she's just focusing on the ideology of, the mother, the father, and the son. Maybe she's just focused on that. You can separate your religion from the institution to some extent. You can, you know. So anyway, but those are my thoughts. Um, she forever lost. She with the black what? The black hats. Oh, the black hate. I'm sorry. I need to put my glasses on. I resist these glasses. I feel like that's making me feel like I'm aging. You said she forever lost. She with the black hat, the black hate. Yeah. Um. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I get it because some of that damage you cannot be. It cannot be repaired. It cannot be. You're right. Some of that damage that you do, it cannot be repaired. Dragging white people doesn't equal healing black people and what you've done. No, it doesn't. It may be an attempt, but it doesn't heal it. It doesn't fix it. You're right. But when I saw how she was, I saw that pattern. I said, "Uh oh, girl, I'm on the Candace train now." When I saw how she dragging white folks and exposing them, I said, "I'm on the Candace train. I'm finna ride with you, girl. I'm riding with you." But if you go back to hating on black folks, I'm done. Cause I'm telling you, when I tell you, listen, Wu, I used to hate that bitch. I used to hate Candace. I mean, with a vengeance. I used to hate her. I couldn't stand nothing about her. When she was going to all them conventions and stuff, look at this ugly bitch standing up here talking shit. You think you white? Oh, I couldn't stand her. I couldn't stand. It took a while. It took a while for me to come around. And I think for me, part of why she's endeared to me is because I too was a black person who was all up under the Democrats' nuts. I would not say I'm like the typical black person who's on the Democratic nuts. I'm talking about I was really hanging on their nuts hardcore, you know? I have slaved for the Democratic Party. Slaved. Worked campaigns day and night, call centers and all kind of shit. Organizing, doing this, doing that, leading campaign. I've done so much for the past 20 years for Democratic Party. I have been loyal. I've trained and been trained and trained people. And I mean, I have done so much PR, campaigning, fixing, and just networking. I've done so much for the Democratic Party. And I feel like I got nothing in return. Nothing. I'm one of them. They talk about those black women that get out here and they make it happen for the Democrats. I'm one of them. And I feel like they drag me and my people. That's how I feel. I feel like for all that we have contributed to them, they ain't gave us shit. They always do that monkey wrench bullshit. I've been paying attention, They always got one motherfucker who kept us from glory, kept us from getting civil rights, voting rights acts. It's always just this one motherfucker like Mention. Senator Mention from was it fucking West Virginia? How? How is that possible? How is it possible, Nancy Pelosi? How is it possible? Everybody gets in line with this one motherfucker. Why? 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 How? Explain that to me. You can whip everybody in order, but this one motherfucker, Senator Mention. How? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Who you fooling? That's what they do. It's planned. They've bought and paid for black people. They get our vote and they do what the fuck they want to do, and they stage some kind of mishap. They just barely. We're almost there, you guys. Just stick with us a little bit long, man. Get the fuck out of here. I'm done. Y'all can't deliver. Fuck you. You ain't getting no votes. You ain't getting no more support. I'm done. And last this past election cycle, they was calling me. You do this? No, I ain't. Nah, get me off the email. Take me off the damn text message. Get me off of everything. Leave me alone. Don't call my no. Don't call my damn phone. Don't call my phone. Ain't doing shit for y'all. I'm done. Anyway, I had a good time watching Candace, and y'all might want to check it out. She doing some good shit. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all watching. I say y'all have a night.